Hello, friends. I'm Heidi with Onigo Stamping, and welcome to my craft corner. I am so excited that you are here for tonight's Stamp With Me Tuesday Fabulous Fun Fold. If you are here and watching live, go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know you're watching. I'm excited for this fun fold that I have to share with you tonight. It'll be fabulous. Before I get started, hello, Facebook user. Before I get started this evening, just a couple things to keep you up to date. I did put the registration for my new card class out on my website, and that is going to be using the Sweet Songbirds stamp set and punch. And that is coming up June 28th. So that's the June stamp card class game night. And of course, those are online every month. Hi, Vicki. Welcome. So glad you're here. What else? So after tonight's video, there is going to be a post on my website, and you can pop over there and download a quick reference guide for tonight's fun fold. There's also all the dimensions. Everything you need is on there for you. Hello, Mom. Hi, Kimberly. All right. It looks like people are coming in, so I'm going to go ahead and flip my cameras around, and we are going to get started. So let me flip this. Zoop-de-doo. I'm a little off-centered tonight. I should move my paper. Let me see. Can I do that? I had it all set up, and then my phone messed up, and I had to flip it around, and it was, yeah. So then, of course, I couldn't get it back where it was. All right. Anyway, enough about that. So tonight, here are the pieces that you should maybe already have cut. There is a piece of cardstock that is 11 inches by 4¼ inches. And then I have two pieces of designer series paper. These are 4 inches by 3¾ inches. I'm just looking at my cheat sheet. Tell me what these are again. Then I have two little strips of designer series paper. One of them is 1¼ inch by 4, and the other one is 1 inch by 4. And those are going to go in a little bit different places. And then I have a piece of vanilla paper, and this is 4 by 4 inches. And then I just have some extra paper that I'm going to do some stamping on. So I'm just going to set that aside for a minute, set this all aside for a minute. And I'm going to start with my piece of cardstock that is 11 inches by 4¼ inches. Do you guys want to see what we're making tonight before I get started? Just to kind of show you, and I'm using different colors, but this is what we are making. This fun little circle card, and it opens up. This one didn't get quite placed quite perfectly, but it opens up, and there's a little spot to put a gift card. You can tuck a gift card right inside there, just like that. Isn't that fun? So let me show you how to make this. I'll close this one. We'll just set that one aside for the moment. So you need to get out your paper trimmer with a scoring blade, or if you have a scoreboard, you could use that instead. And I'm using Poppy Parade tonight. So I'm going to put this in my paper trimmer, and I'm going to start by scoring at 1½ inches. Can I get this right? And of course, if you're using the paper trimmer, you want to use the light gray blade. That's the scoring blade. Thank you, Kimberly and Vicki. So I'm just going to go ahead and score that at 1½ inches. Let me see if I'm, yep, 1½ inches. And then I want to do 5¾ inches. So we'll score that at 5¾ inches, and then I'm going to score it at 9¾ inches. So 1½ inches, 5¾ inches, and 9¾ inches is where I want to score that. Let me know in the comments if you are doing this along with me tonight, because that is the intention, for y'all to have prepared your own papers and be stamping right along with me tonight. So hopefully I don't go too fast. You can say slow down. All right, so now I have those 3 score lines on there, and I'm going to start. So here's my paper. Now sometimes you might wonder, which direction should I fold the paper after I've scored it? So let's see if I can hold this up. So you can see this is the indent side. It's like a valley. That's going to be on the outside, and then the raised up part, right? That is called a mountain. It's going to be on the inside of the card. And if you don't do it that way, it's not that big of a deal, but that is generally the way you do it. So I want to grab my piece of designer series paper that is 1¼ inch by 4 inches. And I'm just going to adhere this to this flap. Y'all, this card is so easy to make. So easy. And when you're using pattern paper, it's super quick too. So of course tonight I'm using the Your Biggest Fan suite with the Hey Sports Fan. I think that's what the designer series paper is called. And this is what we're going to be using next week, Tuesday, for our card class and game night. So I'm going to be using this 2 weeks in a row. But it was on my table. Oh, good, Mom. I'm glad you're doing it too. It was on my table, so I decided, well, we can just use that. That'll work. You know what? I was going to use my mini for this, but actually I need to use my full size. I forgot. So I'm going to pull out my die cutting platform, and I have a cutting plate on there. Now you could either use a circle die or a large circle punch, about 2 inches. It doesn't have to be exact. Let me see, which one do I think I used? I think maybe it was this one. All right, so this is one of my circles. I took, in the circle dies, it's the larger of the 2 sections, and it's like the second from the smallest in there. So, but it's about 2 inches. That's sometimes easier to remember. And I'm just gonna lay this over the top. Now I wanna try to get this so my circle is centered. Now, that's really hard, right? You just gotta kind of eyeball it. You could get out a ruler, you could measure it, but that's a lot of math because these circles don't have a very even diameter, although maybe it is in metric. I never tried measuring it in metric. All right. But I'm just gonna kind of eyeball that. That looks like it's in the center. And I'm gonna go ahead and just cut this out with my die cut machine that I have back over here on my shelf. We'll just pop this out. So now I have a circle, and it is centered. You can see it was centered right over that that score line. Let's see how I did. Oh, look, I did pretty good. It wasn't perfect. You can fold it in half and see. Now you can save this and use it for something. I just folded mine, so I'm probably not going to use it for anything. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to now fold this. I'm going to fold this on this first score line, and they're all going to fold the same direction. So I'm going to start by folding the top down, and then I could fold it this way and keep going all the way down, but I'm just going to start at the bottom and go towards the top. Oops, is that right? Yes. All right. Sorry. I overthought myself. I knew what I had to do, and then I overthought it. So I'm going to fold that one in, and then we'll just fold this next one up as well. And this is going to create the base to our card. Okay. So hopefully you're all not perfect at all. That's okay. So hopefully you're all at that point right now. And then I'm going to start putting some decoration on here. So what I want to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to fold this closed so I know which part I'm doing it on. I'm going to put this right on here. It honestly, if you close this to do it, it will help make sure that you're doing it the right direction. Especially if you have a pattern paper that has a direction to it. I guarantee if you don't fold it to put this on, you'll end up putting it on the wrong way at least half the time. Ask me how I know. All right. So I'm just going to fold this up, and we'll put this piece of pattern paper right here on the front. And this is one of the pieces that is 4 inches by 3 3/4. So it just goes right there. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Now I'm going to fold this flap over. I need to do a little bit of stamping first. So I'm pulling out, hi Carol Sue, I'm going to pull out my Night of Navy ink pad. You, of course, can use whatever ink pad you want. And then I have some spare vanilla cardstock because that's what matches my card. And I'm just going to ink up the stamp that says Most Valuable Dad on it. I'm going to make this into a Father's Day card. I'm just going to stamp that right there while I have my ink out. I'm going to go ahead, and this is my piece of 4 by 4 inch cardstock, and it's going to go on the inside. And I'm going to stamp this with Happy Father's Day while I got the ink there. All right. So we'll just set that aside for a moment. Close up my ink pad. Now I want to take that same circle. So this is the exact same circle that I just used. Look, it fits. It fits right there. I'm going to take the same circle and I'm going to cut out my most valuable dad. Now, if your circles are really, really off, you might have to use a slightly smaller circle, but it should work. If it's not too bad, you know, I didn't get all mine perfect and they still kind of work. You just kind of bend the card a little bit and it works. All right. So we'll cut this circle out. Crank that through. And there is my most valuable dab. Ah, and I want to put that up here, right? I'm going to put it like right in this hole. So I'm going to have the card closed and I'm going to adhere it right in this hole. Now, this is my recommendation. Hold your card closed and then put the glue right here. Don't try to put the glue on your circle because you won't know where to stop. So I'm just going to put that right there, and then I'm going to come in with my circle and hopefully get this kind of straight and just glue it right in that hole. And that'll take just a minute to adhere, of course. And then when you open it, you're going to be able to open it and just slide it out. All right. So once we have that, we can come to the inside. Now I'm going to take my 4x4 inch piece of vanilla. You might have white. And I'm going to put this up towards the top. Now, again, I'm going to put my glue on the cardstock. I don't want to go all the way to the edges, though, because there is like a border. But this way, I don't get glue in that circle hole, which I did. These are the tricks I learned while I was making the samples. All right. So there's that. And then, oops, I got some glue someplace. And then I'm going to take my other piece of 4-inch by 3 3/4 inch designer series paper. Now I'm using the same paper, but you could use 2 different papers. They don't have to match, and you'll see some of my samples. They don't always match. Well, they might. I might have been lazy because sometimes it was just easier to cut the same paper out. And this is just going to go down here on the bottom. Okay. So now we have almost all the paper on. That's at the bottom. We got that. I'm going to grab some tear and tape. You can use whatever adhesive you want. I like the tear and tape because I just want to get it on the sides here. I want to make sure that I don't get it up too high. And I want to make sure that it doesn't go in too far either. So using the tear and tape really keeps it right where I want it. So I'm just going to put tear and tape on the sides here because I want to leave that middle section open so I can put a gift card in there. Because you always want to give gift cards for things. You know, this is just fabulous with everything coming up, you know, not just Father's Day. So this is a Father's Day card, but whoever knows what to get Dad for Father's Day, right? Gift card. So Father's Day, graduations. This would make a great graduation card design. I don't know, people are getting married, having babies, all that kind of good stuff. All those times when you want to give somebody a gift card or maybe some cash, or even, you know, I was thinking with this design here, and I got a little too much glue on there. It gooshed out on me. With this design, wouldn't it be cute if you actually like had tickets or something? You could put like baseball tickets in there or concert tickets or something like that. Wouldn't that be cool? All right, so I could stop right there, but I thought, you know what? Let's add a little bit to this. So let me find my little pieces here. I got some bits and pieces someplace. Where'd they go? Here they are. All right. I went ahead and I pre-cut out this little flag. I'm going to adhere this to the front. And these are from the coordinating dies that go with this stamp set and this paper. So I'm going to put that down here. And then I want to stamp. I'm going to make a little ticket here that says "You're awesome." So I'm going to stamp down here. Now I do have more samples for you guys. So I already showed you that bird, the Sweet Songbird sample, but I have more samples because, you know, I can't just make two. All right, so there's my You're Amazing. We'll go ahead and adhere this to this little ticket. A little ticket that says, You're amazing. Awesome. And then I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals on this. I think I could get away with just two. Peel these off. And this, I'll just put this right here. So there is my little Father's Day card with a gift card holder in it. Isn't that fun? You can see that again. It just opens up, and you do kind of have to like bend it a little bit. That's why I use the stylish shapes on here, but that stitched edge was that's what kind of getting hung up on that bird one. So I stopped using those. So you saw the a little bird told me it's your special day. Super fun. Close that one up. And then let me see. Now when I did a bunch of stamping on. Now this one, I didn't do any stamping on. I just used, thank you guys. I'm so glad you like them. Yay. This one, I just used the pattern paper. This is the new Abigail Rose pattern paper. It is so pretty. It is like soft suede and petal pink and crumb cake. And I actually colored these flowers with my petal pink Stampin' Blends and a little bit of the light Calypso Coral too. So you can just see this is just stamped with the Peaceful Moment stamp set. And then here, this one I did use, see, I put gift cards in there. I did use a different paper on the inside too. So, isn't that pretty paper? I'm excited to use that some more. This was the first time I pulled it out. And then, of course, I did one. You guys, I can't resist this Hues of Happiness. Apparently, this is the best-selling item, at least the best-selling designer series paper. I think maybe the best-selling item right now since the new catalog has come out. So this is really, really popular. Everyone is loving it. And of course, because the paper is just gorgeous. And I stamped the top with the sentiment. And then on the inside, it says, congratulations. So yep, the dimensions and stuff will be on my site. It will be on the quick reference guide. So here, let me show you again the quick reference guide. I'm coming out with these every Tuesday night. There won't be one next week for the card class and game night because that just goes out to those who have registered for the class. But my other Stamp With Me Tuesdays, you can download this quick reference guide each week. It will be up on my website. I think it's going to go live soon. I haven't checked. I think I scheduled it for 8:30, but the time is always a little bit messed up, but it should be there. If it's not there yet, it will be there very soon for you. Now I have formatted these so you can easily print them out and do a 3-hole punch and keep a binder of all these. So there's technique ones, there's card sketches, card sketches, and then the fun folds just like this. And of course you have the link to tonight's video too, if you ever need to go back and watch it. So thank you all so much for joining me tonight. That is everything that I have for you. I am so glad that you are here. I hope you enjoyed this fun fold, and I hope that you guys make a card of your own. So please, if you do, I'm going to post a picture over in my Facebook group, and I want you to come on over there and leave a comment with a picture of your card too, so we can all see them, because it's so much fun. I love seeing how people use the same fold, the same technique, the same, layout or whatever, and make something different with it. You guys are so welcome. I'm so glad to hear that you are enjoying those handouts. That is great feedback. I wasn't, I was like, wow, are people gonna like this? So it's really great to hear that you are liking those. Thank you so much again. I will see you guys Thursday night for another video. Okay, little cheat here. It's gonna look like it's live, but I already filmed it because I'm gonna be out of town. So Thursday night, I have another some more great cards for you using the Wildflower Path stamp set, which some of you guys have been asking for some ideas for. So I have that for you. And then of course, next week, Tuesday, I will be back with the next card class and game night. And if you registered for that class, the card kits are gonna ship tomorrow. I've been waiting for the resin stars to come in, and they're supposed to be here tomorrow. So if they don't come tomorrow, I'm going to ship the kits anyway, and then I'll have to send the stars to you next week. Anyway, y'all have a fabulous evening, and I will see y'all next Tuesday night for the May card class and game night. Bye-bye.